Hey, what's up everyone? If you're writing any JavaScript, you are going to be working with arrays. I mean, a lot. And one of the most fundamental skills you've got to have is looping through them. So today, we're going to break down exactly how to do it so you can tackle it with total confidence. Let's get right into it. The best way to think about this is just like a to-do list. You've got a bunch of tasks, right? You don't just do them all at once. You start with number one, you check it off, move to the next, and so on. That simple, everyday process, that's the perfect way to picture what we're about to do in our code. We're just telling the computer how to check off its own list. And listen, this isn't just some random academic exercise. This exact question comes up in developer interviews all the time. Seriously. So getting this right isn't just about writing better code. It's about landing that job. Let's make sure you've got the perfect answer ready to go. Okay, so before we start typing, let's just nail down the core idea here. What are we actually doing when we say we're looping through an array? The key term you're going to hear is iteration. Now, that sounds a little fancy, but it's a super simple concept. It just means visiting each item in your array, one after the other, to do something. That something could be anything, printing it to the screen, changing its value, adding it up. Iteration is basically the engine that makes arrays useful.
So how do we actually do this iteration thing? Well, JavaScript gives us a few fantastic options. We're going to focus on the three big ones, the three essential methods that are going to form the foundation of your developer toolkit.
First up, we've got the classic for loop. This is the OG. If you've seen any programming from the last 30 years, this is probably going to look familiar. It's the original, foundational way to do a loop, and it's so important to understand how it works from the ground up.
Let's break this down. It has three parts inside the parentheses. First, the initializer. Let I equal 0. This creates a counter, I, and starts it at 0 because arrays always start at index 0. Second, the condition, I less than fruits.length. This tells the loop, hey, keep running as long as our counter is less than the total number of items in the array. And finally, the increment, I++. After each time through the loop, we add 1 to our counter to move to the next item.
So why would you pick this method? Well, its key strength is one word, control. The classic for loop gives you direct access to that index, the little counter I. This is absolutely crucial if you need to do something tricky, like maybe loop backward through an array or skip every other item. That level of fine-grained control is its superpower.
All right, next up is the for of loop. This one is a bit more modern, and honestly, in a lot of cases, it's just much easier to read. It's perfect for those times when you just want to read the values in the array and that's it.
Just look at how much cleaner that is, right? Instead of manually setting up a counter and an increment, you just say, for each fruit of the fruits array, do this. It gets straight to the point and gives you the value of each element directly. No more dealing with that fruits of I bracket notation. It's so much simpler.
And that right there is its main strength. When your only goal is to grab each element one by one, and you really don't care about its position or its index, the for of loop is your best friend. It just simplifies your code, makes it cleaner, and you're way less likely to make those little off by one errors with the index.
And finally, let's look at number 3. This is often the most popular method in modern JavaScript, the built-in forEach method. This is actually a function that lives right on the array itself.
Now, with this syntax, what you're doing is you're passing a function directly to the forEach method. We're telling the fruits array, hey, for each element inside of you, we'll just call it fruit for now. Please run this little function on it. It's a really expressive, functional style of programming that a lot of modern developers love because of its clarity.
Yeah, the big takeaway for forEach is just its elegance and its clarity. The code pretty much says what it's doing in plain English. For each item, do something. It makes your code so much easier to understand at a glance. Now, there is one important trade-off to remember. You can't easily break out of a forEach loop. Once it starts, it's going to run to the very end. That's a key difference from the other two loops we saw.
Okay, so we've got 3 really powerful tools in our toolkit now. But why do interviewers care so much which one you know? It's not just a trivia question. Believe me, it's a test of your fundamental understanding of how programming actually works.
It all comes back to that word we talked about earlier, iteration. By asking you how to loop through an array, what they're really asking is, do you get one of the most essential concepts in all of programming? It shows them if you can actually think like a developer.
And this matters so much because in any real-world app you build, you're going to be dealing with lists of data. Lists of users, products, posts, you name it. Looping is how you take that raw data and turn it into something real and useful on the screen. It's not optional, it's absolutely essential.
So, when you answer this question in an interview, showing this breadth of knowledge is key. Knowing the classic for loop proves you get the mechanics, the nuts and bolts, but also knowing modern methods like forEach shows that you're up to date, that you care about writing readable code, and that you know how to pick the right tool for the right job.
All right, let's wrap this all up with a quick summary so you know exactly which tool to grab from your toolkit and when to use it.
So here's your quick guide. Do you need total, absolute control over the index to skip items or go backward? Reach for the classic for loop. Do you just need to read each item and want your code to be as clean and simple as possible? For is your best bet. And if you love that modern, functional style for just running a quick action on each item, forEach is definitely the way to go.
So now I want to turn it over to you. In your own projects, which of these methods do you find yourself reaching for the most? Are you on Team For, Team For, or Team forEach? Let us know down in the comments. Hope this breakdown was helpful, and I'll catch you in the next one.